Great Monday for Halloween.
Big switch.
Yeah, big switch.
All right.
My new best friend Clay Aiken and I.
Yeah.
The night he's like, I don't get the show at all.
I'm so confused. I can't imagine how you can be so serious.
Us? Yes.
Well, you're being very serious with the news, and he's sitting here going.
Don't give away our secrets.
And there's a part of our dysfunction.
Don't give it all away.
Call it the land of misfit toys.
Clay, here, you got to play along a bit. You're a big fan of Judas Priest, right? Sure.
Oh, I do many covers of.
Actually, the right thing. Well, you'll be pleased to know that the Priest Feast at the Long Beach Arena is October the 30th. That they are. I believe the album is called Christmas from Hell. And we're real excited for tomorrow. Clay, you know, you're a big shot. But guess who's here tomorrow? Gloria Estefan.
Dude.
No?
Dude. Oh, that's so sweet. I got to tell you, Sam, it was really great being there because star after star after star, and I'm saying Whitney Houston, Queen Latifah, Hammer, all of these people showed up and said thank you to BET for giving them their start. You think like people like Usher and LL Cool J, these people who didn't have videos being played at any other time, they didn't have a place to go. So those people said thank you from the heart last night. It was very cool. New edition of Bobby Brown played. It was like my childhood all over again.
But they said it was, quote, off the chain.
It was. It was fun. It was fun.
We should tell you, no one has been more important to BET than, of course, Clay Aiken. And,
I got my start there as well.
Yes,
you
you
did.
did.
Start, though. I just want to show this tape because I got such a kick out of it. Let's play it and then we'll talk about it. This is from American Idol. Clay's very first audition.
We'll share tomorrow together. Baby, I'll always love you forever.
Wow. Did you have a feeling walking in, and then how did you feel walking out?
Well, no, I went in thinking there was no way I was going to make it through, so might as well just go in and
With
sing.
that voice?
There are a lot of good people there, amazing people. We watched that just yesterday at rehearsals for my Christmas tour. Some people had not seen it, and I get a kick out of it myself too, because I really thought I was wearing the best clothes I had. I mean, I went shopping. I went shopping at the nicest store in my hometown, and I got me some good.
And you went for
clothes.
A haircut.
Yes, I was looking good too.
But you know, this is a very cliche phrase, but is it true? Did your life change that day?
No.
No?
I think I got, well, yeah, I got a lot more stressful. But, I think life has gradually changed throughout. I think, obviously, losing was probably the day that it all changed the most. But, it was, I think things have gradually changed. And things have gotten bigger and better and more exciting throughout the entire
process. Imagine if you had one. I mean, seriously.
I wouldn't have anything to be bitter about.
But you
are so much more exciting.
But you can't be one drop bitter, because whether you win or lose, you won.
Oh, no, I'm not bitter at all, but it's a very funny joke to tell.
Okay, yes. Well, oddly enough, it's a couple down, but we have the tape of the actual voting moment. But you know what, before we get to that, let's show Clay with a little production, shall we? This is from Idol, look.
I would go with you to the ends of the earth and we'll fly. I've been waiting forever for this. This is the night. This is the night where we capture forever and all lives above.
That one vote.
But all this, okay, you're the successful amateur singer, and you've had work before Idol, and then all this production and all the bells and whistles. How does that change everything? Does it make you feel more confident? I don't know.
I guess to some extent. I don't think I was not very confident, but it's about being a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond. There's a difference, and you live in I was talking to a friend about this yesterday. You live in North Carolina, and doesn't matter how big, you think you have made it when you are in the community production of something, and so you come out to LA, and there's really a big reality check to come out here, and the lights are so much brighter, and things are so much bigger, and it's really, it's kind of cool to be a part of it, and it's amazing to look back now and look at all that. Even to look at it now and think, wow, it's only been 2 years since that happened, and so much has changed, and so many more things have happened for us.
Well, that's what I was going to say. In only 2 years, and we're going to talk about your fine work with UNICEF, and we're going to talk about this joyful note. You tour. You sell out arenas all over the place.
And that's amazing to me. I really sometimes am convinced it's the same 5,000 people who come to every show.
That's Barry Manilow.
I cannot imagine. It's still hard to look out and say, wow, I'm in Topeka, Kansas, and these people here know who I am. That surprises me. And like I said, it's strange to come from not a small town, but compared to LA, you know, a small place, and have people throughout the country know who you are.
Speaking of LA, you've made a decision which is interesting, because you had a home here, and you've elected now to make your permanent home back in the Carolinas.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think there's a lot of traffic here. The weather is so much better out here, but it's just, there's a different atmosphere, because I don't have many people I know out here. My family's all back at home, you know. My brother's in the Marines. He just got back from Iraq, and all, you know, it's comfortable back there, and I like being out in LA when I work and that type of thing. But you know, sometimes when I need downtime, it's nice to be able to go somewhere where I can go 15 miles in 15 minutes instead of 15 miles in 3 hours.
Before Sam gets to some of the great work you're doing, I want to talk about this idea, like we were saying, that with a voice like that, you can't get away from the fact that you just are destined for stardom. But there's a difference between being a great singer and a great performer. You seem to be blessed with both gifts. Is that always been? I'm just a ham. I like to talk, and so you parlay it until did they work with you in terms of like the stage presence and how to sell the song to the audience? Did they do that with your idol kids leading up to your performances?
They don't really help you too much at all, and I think that's a good thing, because it allows people to be themselves, you know, so that no one can say, oh, so-and-so got more help than I did, so-and-so got more attention than I did. So they say, you know, look at the camera, make sure you look at the camera, and that's about all you get.
Right.
And then the rest is up to you. And if you look out on the, you know, you go back and look at tapes, and you realize, well, so-and-so got cut because they were doing this. I better do this. So
I'll do that again. I love that.
so you just pick it up, and I've always been kind of a ham, so I don't mind doing it.
Halloween, of course, is Monday. Let's talk about this, the official ambassadorship for UNICEF and the Trick or Treat for UNICEF. And you've done a lot of work, and you've seen things that you would not have otherwise had the opportunity to have seen.
Absolutely. I think that's probably one of the most amazing blessings from this whole thing for me, was the fact I got to go to Indonesia right after the tsunami last year. I was in there in March, and then I was in Uganda this May, and observing programs for UNICEF. And you know, again, even coming from the U.S. and just having all the privileges that we have here, and it's very cliche to say, oh, we take things for granted and we don't know how good we have it. And then you go somewhere like that, and it's hard to, I hate to say it again and sound like my mother's, what she said to me for years and years. It's amazing to think how privileged we are, and UNICEF is the world's leading organization in working with children throughout the world, and in impoverished situations, in natural disaster situations. The work they did in Indonesia after the tsunami, and other countries in Southeast Asia, the work they're doing in Uganda, in other countries, 157 countries throughout the world. And you know, they also helped with the Katrina recovery, which was the first time that UNICEF's ever helped in the United States. They have a mandate to help where they're asked, and you know, the U.S. had a need, and UNICEF stepped right up to the plate right away. So this year, actually, 50% of the proceeds from Trick or Treat for UNICEF are going to help Katrina and Rita and hurricane victims in the United States, which is unprecedented and is a first. So it's a big deal for people to go out. Kids go out and grab their boxes from their schools and trick or treat for UNICEF this Monday.
There's Clay's CD, the Christmas CD, and then this tour, the Joyful Noise 2005 tour, coming to the Kodak Theater here in Southern California. A bazillion Christmas songs. Can you pick a favorite?
It's hard to. I mean, we just finished tour rehearsals because we start in a week. Right after you finish trick or treating, you got to come to the Christmas show. Mary Did You Know, which is on the album, is probably my favorite of all time. But every year, you know, this show is a little more theatrical. We have a cast, and we have some dancers. We hired my old high school choir teacher to come out, and she is acting in the show this Christmas. And we hired a little boy from Raleigh to act in the show. And there's a theme, there's a story that goes along, and the music is the soundtrack. And so as we do this show, it's kind of interesting to see how my tastes change in music, because now certain songs that I didn't necessarily, love before, they have a significance in the show now, and I'm just
Clay, they're running us along. But just quickly before we go, give us one measure of one of your favorite songs.
Oh, goodness. For Christmas songs?
Or anything you want.
Oh, Mary, do you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Was that enough?
There you go.
Excellent.
Come on, that voice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks so much.
Here's a Halloween sucker for you.
Oh, thank you very much. I can't get a date with Nicholas Terry.
Can't get it.
That's right. Judas Priest wants you to guest on their Christmas album.
I think there's a cover there for you.
They're looking forward to setting you on fire. I believe.